Let the Lord God King Almighty be magnified, 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 magnified at all times. I like the word of David, the beloved servant of the living God of heaven. Out a road the ball game there. We say out of the road the ball game there. Become a member one time. We used to kick ball in the middle of the road on certain Sunday. Out of the road the ball game there. We say out of road the ball game there. Become a member one time. One time. We used to kick ball in the middle of the road on certain Sunday. Out of the road the ball game there. I me a cop on the most high. I'm not afraid of you and the gun there. Out a road the ball game there. Me say out a road the ball game there. Because me remember one time when we used to play ball in the middle of the road for every Sunday. Out a road the ball game there. Out a road the ball game there. And me trust in the Lord. He protects David. Me no afraid of you and the gun there. Ooh, out a road the ball game there. They say out a road the ball game there. For real. Because me remember one time we used to keep ball in the middle of the road on certain Sunday. Real life people. These satanic man that have turned against me, that have sold me out. We used to play football together in the middle of the road. In the middle of the road. Yeah, we used to juggle, play keep up. It's a family of ballers, right? A family of ballers. And basically, he's going to lose his foot in the road. So the ball game is in the middle of the road, all right? The most I put the spirit on me and I humiliated myself, all right? And it takes humility to do what I did, all right? And I exposed myself because I've been sorrowful for my sins that I've committed, you know, from I was little boy, yeah, coming up, we have transgressed, you know what, in my, let me speak for myself, in my childhood days as a little boy, you know, I was not in the word, I was misled, you know, when you come in a dark world, you get caught in dark things and all these things. I humiliated myself through the Spirit of the Lord. Technically, the Lord humiliated me. Yep. But I was conscious of what I was doing. Yep. So the most I put the Spirit on me. Yep. And I was tracking down places in the Spirit. All right. I was high in the Spirit. Yep. And I was conscious preaching to the people that they are to repent from their sins. I was speaking to the people. All right. I was conscious of what I was doing. Now, he will be smitten with real madness. Yeah, he will be smitten and become a madman. Yep. That day when I humiliated myself, I was depressed, but I was fully conscious. Yep. Now, I spitefully prayed in the middle of the road. Spitefully. Right? And I ran in the middle of the road spitefully. Because this said I to myself, If I am worthy of death, then I am worthy of death. Let the Most High judge. All of the Most High judgments are right. The night before, I was saying, Lord, death is better than to be wicked in thy sight. And the very next day, that transpired. Basically, this man now, he will lose his left foot in the middle of the road. Alright? So in the net that they have hid for David is their own foot taken. I was hit on my left foot by a man that declared himself to be a police officer, and he backed out his ID. And my biological satanic brother was across the road, folding his hand like this, like the boss, the one that is called cat gas. But before I was hit with the vehicle, the one that is called Mr. Hype and his girlfriend, they were saying that they would like for a vehicle to hit me. Alright, so it has been conspiracy. They have conspired against me. Yep. And then a man that they used to hit me and bank me off the road while I was riding a bicycle at Free School Bridge, he banked me off. Right? That man presented himself the very next morning after the evening in the day when my biological brother that calls himself Mr. Hype and his girlfriend, they were saying they want a vehicle to bounce me. Yeah? So basically, the next day, the man that they used to use a vehicle to hit me at Free School Bridge presented himself. So it's their way of threatening me that I will be hit again with a vehicle. No, this is the reason why Cat is going to die. He's going to face destruction. Then after the time appointed, he's going to die. He's not going to die on spot, right? This is the reason why the Most High is going to smite him at the bridge, at this bridge right here, at Singer's Bridge. Because it is bridge for bridge and foot for foot. They touch my foot, so the Most High is going to remove his foot. Yep. They touch me on my left foot, so Cat's left foot will be taken off. Alright? So in the book of Psalm 21, it says, He that keepeth thee will not slumber. The Lord will not suffer thy foot to be removed. So even though I was bounced with the vehicle, my foot was not removed. But in my son's vision, Cat's foot was removed from him. A bird took away his foot and took away his friend. Alright, so his foot will be completely removed. After I was hit with the vehicle, I went to the field of praise where I saw an angel dressed in red with a trumpet in his hand. And then afterward, I saw multiple angels, but that vision was recent too. The first one has been a while now. An angel with a trumpet in his hand, dressed in full red, in the sky, right? Now I went over there and I prayed. When I returned, after I was hit on my left foot by the police officer, I saw the omen of death and an omen of death and destruction came down from God. Then my wife was sent a vision that my auntie, whose name is Miss Moy, that her foot will be removed because they have touched my foot. Yep. So basically my son received a vision that my auntie fell from the bed and injured her foot. So in real life, my auntie fell from her bed, injured her foot, fulfilled, and my son's vision was fulfilled. Then my wife's vision was fulfilled because when I brought her to the hospital, they told me that she's suffering from poor circulation of blood. The foot started to get rotten, black and rotten. Yep. So they had to amputate her foot in attempt to save her life. But she did not make it. She died and she's now in the cemetery, Port Antonio. All right. So basically, that is that. She's now in the cemetery at here in Portland. Now, her foot was shadowing Cat Gas's foot. So Cat Gas is going to lose his left foot at the bridge. So the vision was sent that my auntie would lose her foot, but her foot was shadowing Shane's foot. So Shane's foot will be removed from him. Yep. So basically, in my vision, the Most High showed me clear as day. His bike ran into a car. Woo! His bike ran into a car. Woo! Yep. So basically, he's going to crash right there at the bridge. In my wife's vision, that is the location. Boston Bridge. In my wise vision, he slammed his head on the ground. So the book of Psalm 68 and 21 will fulfill on him, where it says, God shall wound the head of his enemies. The head of his enemies. Yes, so he's going to lose his left foot right there. All right, so they hit me on my foot. So the net that they have hid is there. In the net that they have hid is their own foot taken. So out in the road, the ball game there. So the net where them set, his foot is caught in that net. All right, because you know that on a football field you have 2 goals, and each goal has a net on it, right? So the net that they have hid is their own foot taken. What net have they set? They hit me on my foot with a vehicle. So the Most High is going to remove his foot at this bridge. Years ago, they used a vehicle to bank me off the road at another bridge down the road. So it's bridge for bridge, right? And also it is very deep that it is bridge for bridge, because I am David. I am a bridge between heaven and earth, all right? But then the kings that were back then, there were bridges between heaven and earth. So I am David, the beloved servant of the Lord. I am also Peter, right? In my past life, one of my past lives, I was known as Peter, yeah? And in one of my other past lives, I was known as Moses, yeah? So it is the one soul coming back different times, getting a different name each time, all right? So I am Peter reincarnated, I am Moses reincarnated, and I am also Salakia. I am also King David reincarnated. All right. So in the net that they have hid for David is their own foot taken. Psalm 9 and verse 15 will fulfill on Mr. Cat. Psalm 9 and 15. You can read it. I don't want this video to be too long, but let's get it quickly. Psalm 9 and 15. The heathen are sunk down into the pit that they made. In the net which they have hid is their own foot taken. So in the net that they have hid, which is to use a vehicle to hit me on my left foot, my foot got bloody and it was swollen fat after a time. It was swollen fat. All right. And I was hit also in front of a brother that is called Makolat. So he's a witness that I was hit with a vehicle. And he's a Great Millstone member. He's a Hebrew Israelite. Yeah. So after that, my auntie lost her foot. So Mr. Cat is going to lose his foot at the bridge. All right. So this is the reason why I say, out a road the ball game there. Out a road the ball game there. Because remember one time we used to play ball in the middle of the road on certain Sunday. Out a road the ball game there. Out a road the ball game there. I make up on the Most High. I'm not afraid of you and the gun there. Out a road the ball game there. Out a road the ball game there. Because remember one time we used to play football in the middle of the road on certain Sunday. Yeah. Boo, 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 boo. So that is it. That is it. Mr. Cat is going to lose his foot at Boston Bridge. All right. So they have been trying to set me up for destruction, but destruction has reached unto them. All praises to Yahweh Shem Rakal Kodash. Watch this. Look at this. They have been trying to get me killed. But look at this. Look at who is my helper. The book of Psalm 57. Be merciful unto me, O God, be merciful unto me, for my soul trusteth in thee. Yea, in the shadow of thy wings would I make my refuge until these calamities be overpassed. I would cry unto God most high, and to God that performeth all things for me. He shall send from heaven and save me from the reproach of him that would swallow me up. Selah. God shall send forth his mercy and his truth, because I am worthy of death for my sins. All right. So basically, it is through the grace of God that I am saved, and through his mercy. All right. So we need the mercy of the living God of heaven. It says, my soul is among lions, and I lie even among them that are set on fire. even sons of men whose teeth are spears and arrows, and their tongue a sharp sword. Be thou exalted, O God, above the heavens, let thy glory be above all the earth. They have they have prepared a net. They have prepared a net for my steps. So once again, it is a family of ballers. All four of us can play the ball game very well. All right. Now, there's a short one. He's the most famous one in the football world. He's the most his name is loud as it relates to ball game. There's another one that calls himself Mr. Hype. He's a good defender. He can defend, you know, in the back line. Yeah. There's another one which is Cat. You know, he's a link man. He's a link man. All four of the brothers, biological brothers, are good on the ball game. Yeah. So he's a link man. Also, he can kick the ball hard and low. Bukum can kick the ball hard and low. Yeah. The short one is known as he's the most famous one as it relates to football. He's well established in the football world. Yeah, he's a midfielder, terrible midfielder. Yeah, and the next one that is called Mr. Hype is a terrible defender. The one that is called Cat is a terrible linkman, and he can also play defensive. All of us can play. Not going to say all of us can play. The one that is called Mr. Hype is more of a defensive player. But the rest, the other three, can play anywhere on the field. Right? Including myself, that is. Yeah, I can play defense very well and I can attack too. But I am known as the more skillful baller. Alright? The short one is established as the footballer, the one that has loved football from a tender age coming up. And he's well established and he has played very well for certain sides. Yeah, the one that is called Cat is a very good footballer likewise. Yeah, and also the one that is called Mr. Hype. He can defend in the defensive line very good. Now, I am known as the skill one. If you run up on me, the ball will flick over your head. That's the truth I'm speaking here, all right? Or it will be pushed through your foot. Yeah, you have to be careful, all right? So I am known as the skill one, all right? The one that is called Cat, he's known to can kick the ball. I can kick the ball hard too, yeah, but he's more known as the free kicker, yep, that are roll the ball and drive the ball hard and low. I am more of an angle and a perspective person. You know, I'm more of a more, skill. I use skill. I utilize the skill in play. Yeah, I am more of using smartness on the field. Yeah, no, he's good. The one that can kick the ball hard and low, can walk on the ball simple and just kick the ball and it drives. It drives hard. Yeah, it drives hard. I don't care if they're my enemies, I will speak the truth. I am a man of truth. Yep. So this man can kick the ball hard and low. Yep. So basically, we are all footballers. So the net that they have hid for me is their own foot taken. So this is the reason why I've made this song. Me say, oh, it's a road, the ball game there. And once again, literally, we used to play football in the middle of the road on Sundays, because on Sundays, the road is not that busy, but vehicles still pass. But we are all brave people, to be honest. We are all brave people. So we do certain things that is above average, you know what I'm saying? Yes, so we play football in the middle of the road and we watch the vehicle. Sometimes we pile the cars. When the cars come in, we pile the cars, yeah, and pass off the ball and juggle in the middle of the road and watch if the vehicle is coming and then come out of the road and then go back in the road and juggle the ball again, yeah? So we literally used to play football in the middle of the road, literally on the road. All right. So that's the reason why I have made this song. They say, out and road the ball game there. Out and road the ball game there. Because me remember one time we used to play football in the middle of the road on certain Sunday. Out the road the ball game there. And me a call on the most high. And me no afraid of you and the gun there. Because they like to threaten me about shooting me and shooting my family. About gun. But I fear God. I don't fear Satan. I don't fear the devil. Yeah. So basically some powerful people came on the island and they sold me out for vanity, money, yeah, and they have been persecuting me and my family, my immediate family. Yeah, so basically that is that. The one that is called Mr. I threw a stone after me and it missed me and it caught my wife on her foot and the most I smote my mother in her foot with blood clot and she died and my mother is now in the cemetery. All right. So basically, that is that. That will transpire. Mr. Cat will lose his foot right out there, right out there. All right. So out in the middle of the road, the ball game there. In the middle of the road, the ball game there. I remember one time we used to play football in the middle of the road on certain Sunday. And me call upon the most high. I'm not afraid of who no. And that gun there. My trust is in the living God of heaven. I have sinned against God and I have repented from my sins. Yeah, and I hope that, the Most High protects me and guide me and lead me in the way that I am to be led, that pleases Him. Yeah, I call on the mercy of God to help me because, I am not innocent. I am a sinner. I have transgressed. Yeah, I am not innocent, but I am a person that pursues God, a person that pursues the living God of heaven. Yeah. So I am hoping in the mercy of the living God of heaven. Yeah, and the Most High has been helping us. Yeah, in our troubles. So my people, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, right, but against principalities, against rulers of darkness. All right. Now God has been correcting me and my mistakes. On this walk, I've made a lot of mistakes, and I am here to tell you that, hey, wait on the Lord. No matter what the enemies do against you, just wait on the Lord. All right. The Most High will take them out. God avenge it. All right. God avenge it. The Lord is going to take off his left foot right there. And he's going to suffer in the flesh. Right? He's going to face excruciating pain. Severe pain. Right? By the mighty name. Yahweh and the name of God will be lifted on high. That is the most important thing. The name Yahweh will be lifted on high. So many people that have been searching for God sincerely will know the true name of God. All right, they will look and fear. Wicked people will continue in their wickedness, but those that fear God will turn unto him. So this destruction will draw a lot of